G'day guys, and welcome to game number 3. Could potentially be the last game of the day. We do get a lot of 3-0s, and this is actually Google's last chance now. Facebook are up 2-0. I am Maynarde, and with me is Zepph. Zepph, how are you feeling going into game number 3 here? Are you feeling a little bit worried for Google?
Yeah, I am. I mean, even if they take this game, they're going to have to take 3 in a row to bring it home. And it's,
2 games and then the ace. And yeah, the ace is always a trouble because they bring out their best player. And I mean, that said, though, Google could have a pretty good gun. And hopefully he's playing today because they'll need it.
Yeah.
Let's jump into game number 3 here. And let's go. Loving this new feature, by the way. Having this group replay makes me very happy.
Awesome.
Jumping in the middle of a game is always fun as well. And in the bottom right here, we have got Winkletoss. A lovely in-game name. And on the bottom left, we have got Hacksaws.
CVP!
Yep.
Lots of Zergs today.
That's right. 5 Zergs, 1 Protoss so far. Story of our region. But this isn't our region at all.
Yeah. Let's see if Zerg brings it home once again.
Yeah.
Zerg winning all day, every day.
Yep. Sparking many complaints from the community as proper, but, you know. Pretty unfounded on the whole. So we have Hacksaws doing... looks like he's going to be... I'm guessing probably the gasless expand. It still makes sense to do that in ZVP, even though the Mothership core changes things up a little bit in the early game. It's still a very strong and safe opening, I think, for the Zerg, and really there's no reason not to do it at this stage. I can't see any reason that at this stage anyway. Interesting decision to not Forge Fast Expand. He's actually going to go for a gateway on the high ground here. So this is interesting. I haven't actually seen this in a PvZ for a while, but this is Heart of the Swarm. Yeah. Changing up a little bit.
Indeed. It was something that you used to not actually be able to do because all Zergs went 14-14, and one gate expand versus 14-14 means death.
Does indeed.
But,
disgusting
you know, as you mentioned, that gasless expand now lets them get away with it, and they can actually put on a lot more aggression earlier on. I mean, the earlier you have your gates, the more units you're going to have. Simple math, and Hacksaws even gone for the hatch first. There is nothing to punish him.
That's very dangerous against a Protoss, but luckily this is not a Forge First build, so he's completely fine. Both players are, in fact, and there's that pull going down. Winkletoss has just scouted it on the edge of his vision there.
Indeed.
So, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a standoff here. This is actually a very interesting opening here from Winkletoss that I haven't seen in an extremely long time. This is like a PvP build, and building placement, in fact. And Hacksaws is scouting it now with his Overlord.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look and see if he is indeed going to expand off it, or if he's going to do some sort of wonky build we don't often see from most standard games. It's interesting, though. I like that he switched it up.
Actually, one gate expands kind of a PvT thing, isn't it? Like a lot of Protoss try to greed themselves that way. It's kind of like the the one barracks expand equivalent of Terran in most of their matchups.
Yeah.
Hacksaw's transferring a lot of drones to that natural. Wow. Pretty much cleaning out that main there.
Actually, kind of interesting. Having that one gate expand with the core, he's getting the Mothership core out very early compared to when you would Forge expand. So that's going to be out and about on the map, able to harass with all its tasty little abilities. And there's Zealots coming out to join this fight too. I love this.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. So 2 Zealots in the Mothership core are actually deceptively strong, guys. This could actually do a lot of damage. Of course, nothing shoots up except for these 2 Queens. And, you know, Queens are pretty good. They got long range, but they're not that good, especially when you got a couple Zealots in the Mothership core, which has decent range itself. This could actually be pretty crazy and kind of cool. And he is expanding behind this. I actually really love this opening from Winkletoss. I'm already in love with this.
Yeah, this is great. And our Zerg player has no idea that it's coming. So he's going to be caught a little bit unawares. There's some nice chance to do some damage. Yep, he's actually taking a macro hatch very early.
Whoa.
And that could actually hurt him. Now he's going to have less minerals for which to make emergency defenses.
And emergency defenses are exactly what he needs. Zealots in your mineral line kind of suck. And here comes the Mothership core targeting the hatchery a little bit there. And these Zealots are actually very well surrounded. How many workers did he get killed there? 6. Not too bad. And the Mothership core is still around. Can a Mothership core beat a Queen in a one-on-one battle?
I don't think it can. Like the little cannon thing that it has is good, but it doesn't do massive amounts of damage. So I think it would either be a close battle or the Queen would win, because it does actually take more than a couple of shots to kill a drone. So yeah, but it was effective nonetheless. But Haxel, he's got some ideas.
Here is a downside to this build.
Yes.
You find your natural completely undefended and Lings inside of it with more behind. And he does have one sentry, but that sentry is a little bit late to the party. It might actually be able to save the main, but this natural is in big trouble.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's not force field at all.
Well, the probes are fighting and the sentries have managed to cut off half the Lings, so they will be able to take this out, and with the Zealots popping out, I think he might be able to stabilize him. There's another 14 Lings on the way, as well as speed. 22 Lings now.
Mothership Core has come home to help, and that's gonna be very, very important for Winkletoss now. This is his entire defense, these two units there. Accidentally popping that Guardian Shield. It's very close to the F key, right next to it, in fact, so it's an understandable mistake. Happens to a lot of people. And the Lings are just rallying in. I think that actually Hacksaws might be getting a little bit of a boner here. Might need to back off and actually just, you know, when you're ahead, get further ahead sort of thing.
I think so too, because don't forget, he can drop that photon overcharge if he needs to, and all these Lings are going to be pretty much nullified, especially with force fields in play. So I think Winkletoss should actually be fine.
He should, absolutely. And there's that photon overcharge. The Death Cannon has arrived on that Nexus. Look at that insane range. It can actually reach these Lings all the way on the ramp here.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll be just fine. That was just energy there, guys. And he's actually charging up. He's now ready for another photon overcharge, just in case. This is a lot of Lings, though, actually. Lings are a good unit against photon overcharges. Its rate of fire is quite low. It does hit pretty hard, and its range is incredible. But Zealot's still a better option against these Lings and cannons as well.
This is actually really cool. I mean, this Toss hasn't actually had to have a forge yet to defend early game. Like, that's kind of really shocking. It's a really big deal.
Yeah, our nearly 3 years of casting StarCraft 2 in Wings of Liberty has got us used to a few things, guys, as I'm sure you'll understand. Indeed. Heart of the Swarm, we are not used to seeing no forge from a Protoss, and he's in fact getting a robo facility before getting a forge, which is making my brain fall on itself. And there's a forge.
Yep, finally got the forge. Got to get those upgrades sometime, but he's also got oracles popping out here. And I mean, he's been able to defend on pretty much energy, which is really awesome, where previously Protoss would have to invest extra minerals into photon cannons. He's also got a couple of proxy pylons going up with a probe. So he could actually be in position to do some counter damage while all of these Lings...
Ooh, these Zealots aren't on hold position!
Oh,
and they got baited out by a bunch of Lings there. Bit of an unfortunate micro mistake here from Winkletoss, but it looks like he's still just fine. Enough Zealots to stymie the Zerg flow.
And Haxel has decided to back off while the Oracle starts to pick away at his mineral line in the main.
Oh god, yes.
He's getting good scout too.
This Oracle already with 4 kills.
Damn
Queen
kills.
finally getting to work. I was wondering what she was up to. And the Oracle has been repelled. Nice decision here. I actually like going into Stargate after that. Into the early games, so getting some more gateways behind this. And yeah, Winkletoss just doing what he can. He's got an actual Phoenix here now. He had a hallucinated one earlier. You don't need to actually research hallucinate anymore, I believe. It's actually a upgrade that comes with the Sentry now.
No. It's like a 1-1-1 air build. He's got a Mothership Core, an Oracle, a Void Ray coming on, and he's got a Phoenix out. Bit of everything.
That's it. 2 of every animal. And we have got this Phoenix still going for a little bit of a scout here. It's a real Phoenix, of course. And this single Ling just having a little bit of a perv at this Protoss wall. Not too much to see here. I'm not sure if you saw that upgrade. That is +1 on the way here. There's a very late +1 if you are going by Wings of Liberty standards. And we see a Void Ray is on the way for Winkletoss to follow up with that Phoenix. So we're going to be seeing a push pretty shortly, I think, from Winkletoss. He is going into Immortals now, so making some more Zealots. And yeah, this is going to come up to a little bit of a later timing, but still a pretty good timing. Especially now that Haxor's is taking that 4th. Will be a good time for an attack, I think.
Yeah, if you can catch him in a spot where he's trying to, you know, get a bit too greedy on tech, upgrades, all that sort of stuff, maybe getting some extra drones, it could definitely work out. Especially since Zerg, you know, they don't have a feel for how crisp their builds must be to hold off whatever pushes can come from the Protoss in Heart of the Swarm. So we do have a small force moving out from Winkletoss, and he's going to expand behind it. Yeah. And this is going to be great. It's not going to be an all-in by any means, and he has the capability to do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, this is actually a strong Protoss ball here. And is taking that tower there. You can see that Hacksaws knows that Winkletoss is on the way right now, beelining to his base, to his creep.
Yeah, Hacksaw's...
He's got quite a few roaches.
Yeah, he's kind of prepared because he knows something has to be coming soon. And he's got great map vision, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to spot that proxy pylon, and now they're reinforcements able to come in. He's going to lose his base. Uh-oh.
Wow, that hatchery evaporated. Looking good for Winkletoss at this point. Can Google get a game here?
Whoa.
And we can see that the roaches are actually bullied off their own creep on that grass, and in they come. There's a lot of Protoss here, but will there be too many roaches on the dance floor? We'll have to wait and see. The Immortal is in a beautiful position. Great force fields here, getting those Zealots right up in the Kool-Aid of those roaches. But would this be too much Zerg, Zepph? The Stalkers are starting to dwindle, the Zealots are starting to die, and the Sentries are getting picked off. The Immortal's still alive, though. Nice warp in here.
So much damage by this Protoss army. What a great timing. What an interesting mix of units to do it with. There's
so
still
cool.
an Oracle floating around. He could use that to go into the mineral line too. And it looks like... Google might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it does indeed look like it. And Hacksaw's GGing out of the game. So, wow.
3-0s.
3-0s indeed. So there you go, guys. Facebook taking the games away from Google there. Hope you enjoyed the cast. I certainly enjoyed that game. What do you think about that game? I mean, we've been saying it during the whole cast, but that push, so strong.
Everything about that Protoss build was beautiful. It's exactly what we want to see out of Heart of the Swarm. People really experimenting with new openers, utilizing those new units as best as possible, and that was a great build that came out of Winkletoss. I hope to see more of that sort of stuff in the rest of the HOTS games that we get to do.
With plenty more HOTS on the way, I'm sure we're going to be seeing all kinds of crazy builds. It's a really exciting time right now in SC2's history and in its lifespan. So yeah, we're all a little bit buzzy. There's a lot of magic in the air, and I hope you guys felt that watching these casts. I know we feel a little bit of magic, especially when we cast together, which we do a lot. So
sure.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Maynarde, and that is Zepph over there. And we hope you enjoyed the cast. We'll see you again next week for another AHGL broadcast. See you then.